Hello there and welcome to PGA Tour 2K25. Happy to have you with us. And this ranked tour event is fixing to get dramatic. Looking forward to see how far up that leaderboard you can move. All right, let's get this going. Second shot here on the first. And this one's from 28 feet. This one looks like it'll go a little tiny bit to the right. Oh my, wish I could have given you that one. Okay, good luck. 7 feet to go. Oh, and the par slipped through our fingers there. No good. Okay, starting the round above par here today, but hopefully we can shave some strokes off as we progress. Second hole, par 4. Let's knock this out there. Okay, hitting into an elevated green here. And the approach heading to the left. And I didn't expect you to get that much distance out of that bunker, but you did. Great work. Good luck on this one. Par save, possibly. Looks like a bit of a break in this one to the right. And that's going to drop on in there. That's your par. Well done. And you're sitting at 1 over for the round. And teeing her up here on the third. Shake it off. This is what our third shot's looking like. A little off on that approach, but that's okay. And for the par. Just 1 over at the moment. The fourth hole in this one is a par 3. I'll take those all day. 7-foot putt here. And that performance brings you down to even par. All right, let's see you do your thing here. Standing on this tee, par 5, 5th hole. Let's go. Okay, we are in the deep stuff currently. This is very, very sandy. Let's get out of here. Well, look on the bright side. You get the putter going now. A bit of a monster putt, but you're not in the sand. For the birdie. This is an uphill putt and moving to the left. And it flew right by. Okay, 10 feet to go here. Looks like this one's breaking to the right. Going towards that hole. Nicely done. Okay, even par at the moment. Hole number 6. Something sounded a little bit off on that swing. All right, the ball might go a little bit more leftward than normal. It's sitting above your feet. Just wanted you to know. This one's going right. All right, here we go. This one for the birdie. Oh man, hopefully the comeback isn't too bad for you. Beautiful shot. Okay, we're going to need to see a replay on that. And you're at even par. We've got a long par 4 staring us down on this one. My goodness, got a hold of that one. Okay, we're setting up in the rough, and it's inside of the rough. It's down deep. All right, coming out of the rough, you might not have enough on it. You're gonna want to sink this one, to save your par. This one looks like it has a bit of a break to the right. Oh my, that's too bad. All right, moving forward. And after that one, you are sitting at 1 over par. Okay, have a good tee shot here on the 8th hole. We have a par 4 ahead of us. I hope this one holds on to the fairway here. Okay, we just barely made it into this first cut of rough. That shouldn't be too bad for you. I think you caught this one too firm from the rough. Okay, and this is, I don't know. Don't know what to tell you. Way far away from the cup. Let's try to get this close. Oh yeah, starting this one way out to the right. Okay, 4 feet to go. Okay, sitting at 1 over par. And we can cap off the front 9 with a par 4. Unlucky. Looks like this one's going left. Let's see how you do from the green side rough. Rolled right by. Well, nothing you can do about it now. Let's pop the bogey, putt in, and move on. I think we got a left to right break here. Oh, this one's a short 3-foot putt. Just a little too much power. And you are sitting at 4 over on the round. And here we go with the 10th hole to par 5. Look at that thing go. And it looks like you're putting for eagle from here. That's not bad at all. Here's a putt for eagle. Careful with this one. Careful here, going downhill and to the right. Ooh. Lining up for a 9-foot putt here. Currently sitting at 3 over par. All right, let's see what happens on hole number 11. Yep, that swing was a little bit off. And from the green side bunker. Okay, out of the green side rough. Let's do this. Oh, it almost. And this will be a bogey on the scorecard. All right, let's see how this next hole is playing. And that's 4 over for you. And this one's a par 4 for the 12th. Well, I hope you can hold on to the fairway on this one. Well, that's unlucky. You didn't deserve that. Okay, you're on the green. You're somewhere on the green. Don't even know if you'll see the hole from there. And here we go for the birdie. Oh, come on. 14-footer. I think this one's moving to the right. Bit long on that one. Here is the bogey putt. And you're currently sitting at 5 over. All right, here we go. 13th hole. This one's a par 4. Good one. Looks like about 150 yards to go. Nice shot into this green. Good work. There's a way to bounce back. Birdie on this one after bogeying the last. I like it. Wind blowing left to right on this one. Nicely done. Here's an 8-footer. He's showing us how it's done. 4th birdie of the day so far. And you're 3 over on your round. teeing up now on the 15th hole. There we go. Great contact. You can tell just by the sound that that was hit with extreme force.
Dialed was that. That almost went in.
And from here, 20 feet to the cup. This putt's going uphill, and I think it's going to the right as well. This one's looking decent. And right now, you're 2 over. And it's going to be interesting in this final round as we see the leaders so far out ahead of the rest of the pack. I don't know if they can be caught. I'm going to be honest. Okay, setting up here about 140 to the pin. And the green slopes up a little bit around the pin there. You definitely got to make sure you get the right club. Nice shot. Another green in regulation. Here we go. Drop this one for birdie. Great work out there on the course today. Birdie number 6. Okay, 1 over on the round currently. Wind's picking up out there. We got a headwind on this hole. All right, nice approach on that one. This one's a 7-footer. Wonderful work out there so far. That's your 7th birdie on the day. Okay, now on to the par 4, 18th hole. Okay, green is elevated. And I don't think he caught enough of the ball here out of the rough. Just in the green side rough here. And you've got this much left to save par on this one. This one's going hard to the right. Well, this has my attention.
Still looking good. And it drops. Well done. Fantastic.
All right, it's even par as you finish up here today. And with that, I'm going to let you go. Thank you ever so much for the round. I had a great time hanging out with you.
I mean, I've just played an even round in Master difficulty, so...
My name is John McCarthy, and I want to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K25. Can't wait for the golf. I can't stress that enough. I'm very excited about the golf today. Okay, we are at the 11s club today. Let's see if you can go low today. That's unfortunate. Okay, second shot here on the first. This one might be coming up short from the rough. Setting up for our third shot. Oh, come on, get in. That shot was marvelous. Okay, 1 under par on your round. All right, par 4 for the second hole. Let's see what we can do. Little play. And this one is around 80 yards from the pin. Ooh, this one might need to sit.
Oh my goodness, you almost pulled it.
And 5 feet left to go.
Oh.
Okay, bogey putt coming up. All right, now let's set our sights to the next. And after that one, you'll go up to even par. Careful out there, wind's going left to right on this hole. And here's your second shot here on the third. And this one out of the rough. I don't know if you're going to make this.
What the fuck?
Okay, this is a doozy. This is not for the faint of heart, this putt. Hopefully you can get this close. Five feet to the cup from here. And you're at even par currently. We've got a par 3 on the fourth. Well, that's all right. We'll get on the green next time.
Oh my goodness, this might go down.
All right, let's give this one a tap in and move to the next. And after that one, currently sitting at even par. And let's let this fly here on the fifth. From the fairway bunker. And I don't think you had enough out of the sand here. Let's get up and out of here. we go. This is for par. You are currently sitting right at even par. And the headwind is definitely a thing on this hole. This looks like about 120 yards to the pin. You're 5 strokes off the lead. Well, that approach kind of missed the mark a little bit.
Oh, how close was that one?
And this one's for your par. Well, that hole's behind us. Let's move on. Okay, even par at the moment. Okay, the lengthy par 4. Okay, about, I'd say 185 or so to the pin from here. And 4 strokes back at this point. Well, we missed the green, but that's all right. Life does go on. And this is our 3rd shot. And 4 strokes off the lead. Good job with that chip shot. Just 3 feet left. And after that one, even par is your score. Okay, here we go. Par 4, 8th hole. We've got about 135 yards or so to go from here. Nice shot. That'll do. And about 14 feet to go. Well played to you. And after that one, you're going down to 1 under. Got a right to left breeze on this hole. And setting up now in the deep rough. Well, you can't hit them all. Okay, this will save your par. Let's go. And you are 1 under after that one. All right, 10th hole here, and we have a par 5. Beauty of a swing there. You must be feeling lucky. Taking driver off the turf. All right, setting up now in the bunker. Let's see what you got. All right, forget about that bunker. Leave it in the past. We're on the green. Okay, here's your putt for birdie. Nicely done. You managed to bring things down to 2 under after that one. Might need a bit more club. We got a headwind on this hole.
I think you might have caught that one a bit firm. Hang on, hang on. I'm not done yet. This one's coming back. It might play.
That'll do. This one's just 3 feet. This is a short putt, but it'll probably move a bit to the right. And after that one, you've brought your score down to 3 under.
Okay, on the tee of the 12th hole, it's a par 4. They made good contact.
Setting up here about, I'd say 100 yards out. And 4 strokes from the lead. Hopefully this one will bounce to the right. That should do nicely. 14 feet to the cup from here. And this one's, I think, going left to right. And as that drops, that's your 5th birdie of the day. And after that hole, you're going down to 4 under par.
All right, over to number 13, and this one's a par 4.
Looks like a fairway off the tee here. And we've got about 150 yards to the pin from here. Well, you didn't hit that one perfectly.
Well, unfortunate. That's going to get counted as a missed green. Oh, that would have been sweet. All right, let's go. We need a par save, and we need it now. Let's do it. This one seems to be tilting left to right.
Looking good.
And the putt drops. There's your par.
And clocking in at 4 under par at the moment. Okay, let's do this. Hole number 14 ready to go. Coming into a bunker near you. Setting up in the bunker.
Beautiful. Hit that green, no problems.
And with this putt, you could save par. Good luck. And right now you are at 4 under par for the day. Okay, setting up on a short par 4 today. What I'm seeing here. Second shot here on the 15th.
All right, drop this one in. This one for birdie. This one's going up the hill and to the left.
Oh. 3 feet left. Okay, that putt drops. We're heading down the final stretch of this one, and we're 4 under par. Well, see if you can use the tailwind on this hole. Alrighty, second shot on the 16th. Good work out there. You found the green there, and that's understating it. Here we go. This putt for birdie.
Oh my goodness. And here comes a 4-footer. And right now you are at 4 under. All right, this one is number 17. We have a par 3 here. This approach is heading left.
Ooh, almost in there.
And this next putt for par. It's breaking to the left, I think. Come on, ball. 5 feet to the cup from here. And that will bring things up to 3 under par for you.
Okay, on to the par 4 18th. Oh my goodness, that was spicy.
You might need a club or 2 extra from here. This is really deep. If you sink this, 67 on the scorecard.
This one's breaking pretty hard to the right.
No, that was tough. It's a little bit too hard on that one. Looking at an 11-foot putt here. Oh man, that par just slipped right away. All right, finishing things up here with the tap-in bogey. All right, and you wound up 2 under par at the end of this one. Good job.
Well, might as well get on my way here. I had fun with you today. Hopefully we'll see you real soon.
Welcome back to our coverage of the Bluff Championship on 2K Sports. We're heading right out to the 7th hole. Oh dear, this next putt now for double bogey. Now 7 shots behind after that. The 8th at Central Otago is a really long and strong par 3, Rich.
But it gives you a great bailout area on the right-hand side. You miss it out there, all of a sudden it could kick off that bank back onto the green. But if you get greedy and you miss this green to the left, you're going to have a challenging up and down from a low area.
And he's down there. You got to read.
This is just going right the whole way along.
So close.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
The closing hole of the front 9, Rich, is a really strong par 5.
It is straight away. Just some trees down the right-hand side that must be avoided. From there, second shot goes into a green that is severely elevated. It's got runoffs going every single direction. If you have just a twinge of nerves in your chipping, you're really not going to like it around this green.
This would be a great up and down. Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Setting up this putt 10 feet from the cup.
No fucking way.
9 feet to the cup. This putt is for double bogey. Yeah, well holed. Let's move on. As we start the second 9 here at Central Otago, it's a par 4, the 10th hole.
Wide open right here. A couple of cool trees there on the right-hand side for aesthetics only. They do not come into play. The second shot here to one of the really interesting and neat greens surrounded by some rock outcroppings, short of it and long and right as well. This is a gorgeous hole.
Good look at a birdie here. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
This putt's going to break to the right.
Oh, what a putt. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. And Rich, the 11th hole is a monster, almost 600 yards in length. You've just got to hope the wind's behind you.
Look, this is a big par 5 here. Lone tree out to the right-hand side. Great aiming point for the player. But from there, if they got any hope of reaching into, it's got to be playing straight downwind. If not, your layup, you have some rocks there to contend with in that layup zone. And a third shot to a green that sits just above the fairway with a lot of run out on the right-hand side and short.
This one is from at least 30 feet out.
Starting this one way out to the left. Watch this break.
Just 3 feet to the cup.
Looking for another birdie here.
Some lovely momentum for this player, moving up the leaderboard. Well, I like the look of the 12th hole at Central Otago, Rich. A short one, which I'm sure some big hitters are going to want to try and take on.
And they should or could be able to, depending on the winds. If not, just bail out to the right-hand side just a little bit and look at this green. It works in from both left and the right-hand side. This is almost a gimme birdie.
Putting for birdie here. Ooh. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. And as we check the standings, our leader has a one-stroke advantage. The 13th at Central Otago is a par 4 and another quality two-shotter.
Need a strong tee shot right here. That outcropping is a gorgeous line. From there, you want to hug the right-hand side as best you can, even bringing those rocks into play as missing it down to the left-hand side. Bogey will be a number that you'll more than likely put on your card.
A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here on the 13th.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. The 14th at Central Otago uses one of the great design features, a Redan-style green.
It does. This green runs from right to left, repelling fades, encouraging a draw to hit into this green. This is a standout par 3 on this golf course.
Let's catch up with Tiger Woods.
Wind is blowing left to right. Going to try and hold it against the wind.
And back to the play, shall we? All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. this one. It's looking pretty sweet. Well, that'll play. Oh, and up he goes, marching to the top of the leaderboard. Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. Stop me if you've heard this before, but there seems to be a few rocky outcrops on this.
Luke, that's what I love about this golf course, is because we don't have too many hazards. We have rocks. That's what Mother Nature gave us. Again, when you look at this par 5, it just screams beauty from tee shot all the way up to the green. Just that one lone bunker on the right-hand side, which could see a fair bit of action with players' second shots, but is a very user-friendly green.
And Henny, how is his lie looking?
Guys, you know the worst lie you've ever seen? Yeah, time's up by 10. This is nasty.
And that one finds the putting surface. It's a good shot. Some work to do, however. John, have you got a good read on this one?
Not an easy putt here. It's going downhill, moving to the left.
That's disappointing. It's just about 3 feet away.
Nice little par putt here.
And it's a one-stroke par for our leader over the field. The 16th, Rich, is just a picture-perfect par 3.
Just the one lone bunker on the right-hand side, but you have to be mindful of this false front short and right. So tee shots are going to favor the left-hand side where we have more rock outcroppings. Another delightful design.
Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it. Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
He's staring down 31-foot putt from you.
Well, that was a beauty. That had eyes for the whole way. And now moves himself inside the top 10.
I could watch this one all day. Who would have thought that would go in?
He's currently tied for 7th here. As we near the conclusion of our round, Rich, 17 requires a shot we haven't seen yet on the course.
We haven't. I love this fairway. It cambers both right and left into the center of the fairway, but the second shot right here sits well below the fairway, hidden by these rock outcroppings. So a blind second shot to a tiny green. This is just a wonderful, wonderful par 4.
Any bounce to the left here would be helpful. Well, that sets up a birdie putt, even if it is from long range.
Starts off looking good.
That was a line.
Yes, the putt drops. Beautiful. Finds himself in a share of 7th.
Managing to chase down the leaders, closing that gap. Gotta like it.
And Rich, as we arrive at the final hole here at Central Otago, I'm a little upset because it's been just a stunning day's out.
It is the largest fairway on this golf course. Tee it high, let it fly. More rock features on the left-hand side. Just the bunkers on the right are protecting that front portion there. Second shots should be favoring on the left-hand side as you'll get a nice kick to the right back onto the green.
Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it. And he's down there. You got a read?
This putt's going to come in from the left side.
And now this for a 71. He's finished up his work for the week in the house at 1 under par.
That's a pretty epic fucking comeback. Ooh, fucking ow.
Top 10, Rich, not to be sneezed at.
No, top 10s are always good. Top 10s are always good, Luke. It gives you some confidence going into the next tournament.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Richard Beam, I'm Luke Irving. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.
Absolutely piss missile 2 beers down my fucking throat. Ugh. Not a fan of that fucking beer.
.2K Sports in association
no.
with the PGA Tour.
This is Pinehurst number 2.
Long race for the FedEx Cup. Let's find out who will
Oh
win
no.
the Daybreak Classic.
Oh no.
Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Luke Elvey. It's great to have your company as always. Alongside me is Rich Beam.
Oh no.
Henny Kuyak and John McCarthy.
Fucking Pinehurst number 2. Fuck.
The energy in this city has been palpable this week. It's always a fantastic tournament. We can't wait to bring all the action to you. Wow, what happened there?
Needed to take a little less club on that approach.
Good putters will make these right on 5 feet.
Who doesn't love a par putt?
He finds himself
Me.
with a
It
share
should be a
of
fucking
second
birdie
place.
putt, but I can't hit the goddamn
Second
fairways
at
on
Pinehurst
Pinehurst to
number
save
2,
my
Rich.
life.
Tee it high, let it fly.
It's a big hole. You want to aim it at that waist area down the left-hand side. And from there, open
Stay in
up
the
angle
fucking
for the
grass.
second
Yes.
shot to a green that sits slightly above the fairway. And one of the features that we'll be talking about at Pinehurst, a green that has runoff areas in all 4 directions.
Always frustrated by missing a green. This would be a great up and down from this spot. And he needs this to save par. Job done. Let's head to the next. He currently shares 4th position. The third, Rich, is a par 4, but it's a short one.
It is. Driver not always required by the players here. So anything finding the fairway will leave a second shot, shortish length to a green that tilts from back to front and again has slopes that run in all different directions away from this green.
Oh my. No!
Almost went in the hole.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. How does it run that fucking far?
In all my years on a golf course, I don't think I've seen a bunker lie this bad.
Shut up, Eddie. No way. Fuck. Oh, let's just dial it in there.
And this next putt, it's for bogey.
Oh my fucking god.
Actually. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole.
Get the fuck in the hole, ball.
And a little slide down the standings after that hole.
Okay.
The fourth hole at Pinehurst number 2 is an outstanding and challenging par 4.
Your tee shot threw a little bit of shoot there. Fairway cambers from left to right. Next shot, straight back up the hill. You got a little bit of room out to the right-hand side that you can use to bank your golf ball off of and get it back on the green. This is a daunting prospect of a hole.
Fuck off.
Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. John, have you got a read on this one?
All right, this putt is going to go up the hill and to the left.
Down she goes. Let's head to the
Hey,
next
we need
one.
some fucking birdies.
3 strokes back after that hole. The par 5 fifth at Pinehurst number 2. One of the signature holes on the course and a real indication of the quality of the architecture.
Fuck me.
Crenshaw did a fantastic job here. Fairway does camber from right to left. And from there, second shot back up to the hill to a green that tilts from right to left. And oh, do not miss your next shot to the left. Don't do it, because it's just going to keep going and going until it's gone.
And here we are with the third shot. Just 3 strokes back. Opting for the 9-iron.
It's a crazy
Opportunity
shot.
for a birdie here.
These fucking greens at
That's a disappointing
Pinehurst.
par in the end after such a terrific shot in. Over to 6 we go, Rich. The first par 3 here at Pinehurst number 2.
Yeah, not too much to this one other than the fact that you've got a minuscule green here and you got a lot of runoff areas into both bunkers, right and left. Difficult to find the
my
surface
God.
in one. Par is going to be a good score.
Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
37 feet at least to the cup from here, guys.
Oh, he's given that one some wide berth. Putting for a par here. In she goes. Let's head to the next. On the tee here at the par 4 7th, Rich. What's the best way to attack it?
Best way to attack it is to be bold off this tee. You want to be able to cut off as much as that dog leg as possible. You want to have the shortest club in your hand to attack this flagstick on another domed green.
And that was a bit of a misfire.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Okay, safely on the surface, a chance for a putt to be holed here. 7 feet to the cup. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. The 8th hole at Pinehurst number 2 works its way back up the hill.
Only the longest hitters are going to be able to find this green in 2, but if they want to keep it on this green, they're going to need a little bit of luck here, because this green, no bunkers surrounding it, but there are very few flat spots around it. If you want to make birdie, you better have a keen short game.
Well, a little off the target with that one. Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. This would be a great par putt if he can make this. Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played. The 9th hole at Pinehurst number 2 continues to feature a green that has so much going on, whether it's crowned or domed, but there's a lot of slope.
And there's a lot of slopes running into some bad spots, isn't there, Luke? Front, you're going back into the bunker. Long, you're going into a bunker. Try and hit it out to the right-hand side into a little flat, safe zone. Take your 2 putts and go on from there.
Feet coming up to the cup.
This is huge for momentum. Gotta try and hold this. This for par.
Oh, I'm interested in my buddy Beamer's thoughts at this duel after 9 holes.
2 down, 9 to go. I gotta say, I like this player's chances.
Good shot there. That's a fairway finder for sure.
Finally, we're in the
Second
fucking
shot
fairway.
here at the 10th.
DOD. Fuck it, put it right in that bunker and we got a guaranteed birdie.
Oh, I love this person's confidence and courage. Driver off the deck here. A chance now from the bunker for an up and down. Now it's time to get the putter out. That's safely on the surface. Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. Trailing by a stroke after that.
Getting closer to that top spot on the leaderboard. This is getting interesting.
Where the fuck are all the leaders
Going
going?
to be quite accurate off it in this par 4.
Your driver not really necessary off this hole. You just need to make sure you find the fairway. From there, you've got 2 bunkers on the left of the green protecting wayward shots and a 3rd back right. This is another solid hole.
Hope it gets a good kick to the left. Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse. Lovely moment here. Good opportunity to move into a tie for 3rd. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
I've been all around this, tried to read it, just can't see it, but he's got about 22 feet.
Well, nice to drop a putt of that length. Well done. I will take that also into the top 5 now. He finds himself in a share of 3rd place.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
This incredible collection of par 4s at Pinehurst number 2 continues here at the par 4 12. Oh, that's a high caliber shot. From about 130 yards here.
Went straight down.
Yeah, that was great wind management there.
Chance to get one under the card with this putt. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
So, straight for the most part.
Oh!
Left at the end.
Oh, Rich, is there anything more disappointing setting up what you'd think is a makeable birdie putt, but unfortunately not able to convert?
Wondering
the
if
fuck
it was
up.
nerves that came into the equation there, being just 1 off the lead. Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
Second shot here on the 13th.
Yuck.
Unable to find the green on this one. This now, his third shot. Just one shot back now. Oh, what a wonderful bunker shot.
Oh, Travis.
3 feet to go here to the hole. Xander Schauffele currently leading the field here. The 14th hole ends a strong collection of par fours. Another accurate tee shot required.
Lay it back short of that fairway bunker with 3-wood or take it on with driver. If you take it on with driver, the second shot becomes much easier, and now a birdie opportunity really presents itself. Laying back with a 3-wood, find the center of the green, 2-putt, and get out of here.
That will work for him.
A fair bit on the line here. Spot the top 5. Always good to lead the bounce back category. That's a good stat. Step aside, gents. This man's marching into the top 5. And with that now, back to level par.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Let's finish with a flurry. It'd be nice to make a move up the leaderboard. Bad got a little out of control, I think. This would be a great up and down. This putt to move into a share of second place.
With 3 holes to go, it's a good position to be in.
And with that putt, now even par with the final few holes to go.
Oh, it's time to dig in and give it your all coming down the final few.
On the tee now, the par 4 16th.
Oh, Luke, that was a stonker there.
Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Setting this one up from around 205 yards out.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there. This will be a clutch up and down for him. Oh, how about that one?
Whoa, check this out. In fuego, dialed in, call it what you will. Holding it from the fairway. Thank you very much.
Well, Luke, I think he's found his distance.
And with that hole, this player is currently tied for first with Xander Schauffele.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
Going with the hybrid.
Sit down.
He didn't look to hit that one quite so flush.
Blame the caddy.
Oh, be the right club today.
Let's fucking go. Back-to-back high spinners.
Can't believe this, Luke. Again,
No
today
way.
is simply absurd. What did this guy do this morning?
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. And this wonderful championship test ends at Pinehurst number 2 with an uphill par 4.
Blind tee shot here for these players. That's the difficulty here. Just pick a spot in the distance and give her a whirl. From there, you actually have an opportunity on a flat-ish kind of green, not nearly as severe as some of the other ones on the golf course. Right hand side will get a strong workout because that is the most severe. But if you miss it on the left-hand side, you never know. Finish in style with a birdie? Why not?
That was a bit of a miscue. A couple under at this stage. Ooh.
Just park it, park it, park it.
He has this putt to save his par.
Get the fuck in there. Woo!
Nervously in the clubhouse for the rest of the field to finish. Currently tied for first.
Yeah, still lots of players out there, Luke, that can change the outcome of this
Oh,
tournament.
fuck. We're going to OT. Fuck you, Xander.
Well, how about that, Rich? We couldn't get this tournament won in regulation, so let's go to extra holes.
Oh, everybody loves a playoff, Luke. I'm excited about this.
This will be intense, Rich. So much pressure, and these players won't be stopping until one of them wins the hole. Buckle up.
Oh, such an exciting day, Luke. Let's get into it.
Opting for the hybrid, I think. They're not a bad shot, that one. And he's down there. You got to read.
Yeah, it's hard to even stand straight on this slope. Big right to left break.
Oh, the dreaded shove. Always hurts on the greens.
Not a bad effort right there from long.
Oh, that is awesome. At the right time, delivering the knockout blow.
Oh, really? I won?
At a most opportune time, Luke. Great win for
He shot a double bogey on that. No way. But he shot a double bogey. Fuck you, Xander.
Well, there was some
But he just shot a bogey.
throughout that playoff, Rich, but there you are. The W is confirmed.
Because that would have meant I got a bogey.
One hole for this player to
But I didn't
win,
get bogey.
Luke. Great job.
All right, there we go.
That should do it, folks. Hope you enjoyed our extra coverage in this week's playoff finale. From myself,
Now we win every event from here on out.
People at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. See you next time. K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Our final round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open is set to begin. Hello everyone, I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and we've got Henny Koyak and John McCarthy out on the course. And Beamer certainly set up for a stunner today at Torrey Pines South. What do you think these players face this week from the course?
They face a rude awakening. They haven't played too many golf courses yet this year, but they're going to run into Torrey Pines South, and you're going to figure out exactly how good a shape your golf game is in, because it's ruthless. And if you're not careful, you can go
Why
out
is it
there
so
and shoot a
laggy?
big number in a hurry. It tests every facet of your game. This golf course is an absolute brute.
Ooh, this is on a good line.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, let's see this again. Have this one on repeat.
And that finds him in a share of second. Torrey Pines South has a wonderful short par 4 coming right here at the second.
Yeah, a nice little ease into the round, isn't it? Fairway metal off the tee, driver really not needed, but this green can get a little tricky with 3 distinct tiers on it. Find the right one, and you could be finding an early birdie.
Chance to move to a couple under the card with this putt. Let's get back to it, shall we? Coming fresh off a win, this player's looking to go back-to-back here.
This player has more confidence, I believe, than any other player in the field at the moment. This should be another good week for him.
Oof. Oof, that's no good.
A tad wayward, but still on the surface. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
You know, it's tough to see, a tricky read, but it's uphill and a left-to-righter.
Oh!
And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole.
Fuck, that was
No
close.
movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. There are so many stunning golf holes on this entire property. And this third, the par 3 downhill, certainly one of the elite holes on the course.
I like it when they move this tee box up and it's only a wedge, because when they make it a 5-iron or more, this thing gets really difficult. Firm green actually tilts away from you towards the ocean. This is a really difficult green to find.
Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
He's looking at around
Break,
14 foot, I'd say.
A par putt on the table. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. One of the hardest holes on the entire property is the par 4 fourth, Rich. It is a strong, demanding hole right from tee to green.
I love this hole. Just take it out of those bunkers on the right-hand side and hit yourself a nice little baby draw. And from there, you have probably one of the coolest green complexes, I think, on the golf course. Really difficult to make birdie, and actually you're pretty happy making par. But I'm telling you what, sit there and enjoy the beauty of this hole. It's a doozy.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. It's on the green now, but a bit of work left to do here. Oh, is this another Rosang highlight? Trying to get to 2 under with this putt. I think he's pulled this one. This here for a share of second on the leaderboard. And that for par. And as we look at the leaderboard, our player out in front is leading by 1. There's a real premium on your tee shots here at Torrey Pines South course. Keeping ball in fairway is critical, and that is illustrated also by the par 4 fifth.
This fairway cambers from left to right, which helps a fade on this hole. However, don't get too overzealous and pull it, because that fairway bunker down the left, that sees a lot of action. Second shot is a green that pitches back towards you from back to front. It's got a lot of movement over on the left-hand side.
All right, tie spinner in the hole. Tie spinner in the hole.
What's shaking?
Tie spinner in the hole.
I'm down here with Max Homa.
We're
as he gets
visualizing
set
it.
for his next shot here on the 11th.
All right.
Oh, fuck, that's a tough one.
Down here to save the par.
this is tracking. It's tracking. Come on.
Yeah, not much to sweat there.
Twice
The leader
close.
now has a one-stroke advantage.
Whoa.
The 6th hole's a really cool par 5. Once you get back up on the top of the hill here, you want to try and take on the corner of this par 5.
Yeah, taking it down the right-hand side, it will seriously reduce this par 5, but you got to avoid the rough. It can get really nasty. From there, you could possibly run it up between all those bunkers, but there's one low spot area on the left
Right
hand
over
side
that
of this
tree.
green
Fucking
that
perfect.
will come into play should you get your distance control a little bit wrong.
Yeah, right-hand side of the green.
Lining this one out from fairways. All right, John, you've been reading them well all day. Take us through this putt.
Pretty sure this is going to move to the left.
Breaks.
Oh, he's up, Tiger. This would be a great up and down from this spot. And that should secure the par on this one. And just keeping
Fuck,
it
I
in
need
neutral
those.
on the leaderboard. The par 4 7th, a little dog leg left to right. Again, positioning of the tee is key.
This fairway slopes pretty good from left to right. Players want to start it out at the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and just hit a gentle fade off of that. Second shot here is to an elevated green. Don't go long whatsoever here. That's when the Barranca and the canyons come into play.
Going with the pitching wedge here. Here's a putt to move into a share of top spot on the leaderboard. And
Let's
stepping up the
fucking
standings
go.
after that effort. The 8th at Torrey Pines South is an uphill par 3. It can be a hole in one hole, or it can be an absolute brute to even find the green, depending on where that hole location is.
This green is not deep. It's wide. It's got a lot of movement from east to west, just not a lot of room north to south. You find the right section of this green, you could find yourself a nice little deuce.
Going with the 6 iron here.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
How about this shot? Heading in the right direction. And tapping it in for par. He finds himself in a share of the lead. The par 5 ninth is a monster over 600 yards, Rich. Challenging, to say the least.
I think the challenging part about it, Lucas, is just straight away. You have to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and a straight third shot to find the green in 3. It really is just that simple and straightforward. The green does have 2 tiers on it, but for the most part, Luke, it's an inviting third shot.
Sitting at 2 under par. Well, that's a tremendous shot and sets up a wonderful opportunity.
Absolutely love watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it.
Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
And this looks like the better part of a 40-footer. Maybe even more. I'm going to go at 42 feet for this one.
This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. And as we make the turn, Rich, he's playing very nicely out in front.
Yeah, but I like the position. I like being out in front. That forces the other players to come catch you. I like their position.
This one heading into the sand.
Ah.
Rich, that back-to-back win could be within reach here if this player can just gain a few more strokes on the inward half.
Winning last week, this player's full of confidence, and rightly so.
Those fairway bunkers, they can be tricky. Tougher shot in golf. A few shots under par at the moment. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play.
John, give us a small update.
Hey guys, we're checking in with Collin Morikawa as he gets set for his next shot here on the 3rd.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. There aren't too many easy holes here at Torrey Pines South, but the course certainly gets tougher as we head to the par 3 11th.
Oh, this is just a mean little par 3, isn't it? Not a big target up there green-wise. You got deep bunkers right and left. You got a 2-tier green. It's a fun, good-looking par 3. That's really hard.
And he's down there. You got a read?
Veering ever so slightly right to left.
Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
This is important. Big par putt here.
He's currently in the 2nd position. Rich, in your opinion, is this the hardest par 4 on the entire West Coast?
If it's not, it's certainly top 2. The only other one that I could think that it would come close to is probably the 10th at Pebble, especially with the tee box all the way back there. You know, it's just, it doesn't have the scenery, but it has the demand that you can't geek a drive out there and expect anything good to happen, and you certainly can't afford really to have a bad iron shot either. It's just a strong par 4. Again, different look than what you have at 10 at Pebble, but it's the difficulty is just the same. Ooh, that was a little bit of an interesting pass at it.
And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
By my estimation, he's got around 170 here.
A quality shot, that. Well, let's catch up with this play just a moment ago.
Oh, look at how soft and subtle those hands are.
11 feet left to the hole. That one goes down for bogey. And he'll move back to 2 under after that one. All right, Rich. The par 5 13th. So much has been said about it. I'm interested in your thoughts.
This is one of the most interesting par 5s you'll ever play. If you hit a good tee shot, find the fairway, and you have the opportunity to reach, then happy days. But if you don't find the fairway or can't reach, now you've got to lay up into a low area where you're going to have a 3rd shot that's absolutely blind. This 3rd shot could be one of the most difficult 3rd shots on the PGA Tour, bar none.
Bad lie, but a great outcome. Well played. This one's for birdie.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
Well, so close, but an easy par. And down it goes. Just 2 shots back after that hole. Over to 14 we go, a par 4.
And a really good par 4 once again. Dogleg from right to left. Those bunkers on the left, you don't want any part of them. And from there, the difficulty is judging the distance with your 2nd shot. This is an infinite edge look from the fairway. So when it pins in the back section of this green, it's nearly impossible to judge the distance. This is a wonderful, wonderful design.
Henny, what's the player facing here?
Yeah, he's got roughly 110 to the pin here.
This one is right down the pipe. Terrific shot. And a chance for birdie coming up here at the 14th. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And he moves to 3 under with that one. 15 works slightly back inland here at Torrey Pines South, but you still need plenty of focus.
Why are the straightaway par 4s the hardest ones? We have another one right here. It's just straight away with the drive, nothing fancy about it. You find the fairway and you're left with another long iron second shot. You got a front right bunker that should see plenty of action. The one on the left, though, that's a big no-no spot, as this green does tilt pretty good from back to front.
This would be a great up and down.
Oh my fucking God, I needed that.
If he makes this, he'll save his par. And the putt drops, now at 3 under, heading down the stretch.
Oh, it's time to dig in and give it your all coming down the final few.
16th, the last of the par 3s on this golf course, but it's not an easy one.
This is underrated difficult. The green is big in size, but it plays awfully small because there's really small sections to this green. The front, the back right, and the top left. If you find the right section, job well done. If you don't, it's going to be a difficult 2-putt to say the least.
7 feet to the cup.
These par putts, they keep a round going.
And as we check the standings, our leader has a 1-stroke advantage. Your ball striking certainly gets tested off the tee here at 17 as we head for home at Torrey Pines South.
They moved this fairway to the left alongside the canyon a few years ago, which really enhanced the beauty, but also the fear of this hole. You have to challenge the left-hand side because the bunker down the right is really no good. From there, the green, it tilts from back to front mostly with a really low section over there on the left-hand side. However, it still is a promising birdie opportunity.
This one looks like it's come out a little soft out of that fairway bunker. Probably won't reach the green. Let's pick up the action at the 10th hole. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Setting up for his 3rd shot. Currently a shot off the lead. This one for bogey. Okay, let's head to the next. And he'll move back to 2 under after that one. And the finishing hole here at Torrey Pines South, one of the more famous on the PGA Tour, site of so many of Tiger's wonderful victories. Par 5, you can get there in 2.
You can, but you have to thread your drive in between those 4 fairway bunkers that line the fairway. From there, now you have to think, do I want to take on this flag with the bunkers right, bunkers left, and certainly the water in front? It's a daunting second shot, but if you're brave enough to take it on, then you could reap massive rewards. This one headed left and not coming back.
Okay, Henny, this one's found the bunker. Is it lying okay?
This reminds me of my breakfast. Nice fried egg.
Okay, steady now. Okay, good opportunity here. Would love to finish the day with a birdie. And just a short tap in to finish the day. Well, unfortunately, not able to secure back-to-back victories here, but you've got to be impressed with the performance overall.
Luke, unfortunately, not getting the back-to-back wins. Came ever so close, but unfortunately coming up just a little bit shy. Still awfully impressed with this week's work.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Helvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.
2K Sports and the PGA Tour are thrilled to bring you the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup. The dramatic conclusion of the final round is coming up next. I'm Andrew Catalan alongside Rich Beam and Luke Elvey, and we've got Henny Koyak and John McCarthy following the action on the course. The course looks to be in pristine condition. The players are fired up, and we can't wait to see what drama unfolds this week on 2K Sports. Let's get down to the first hole.
Ugh.
Not much good that we can say about that shot. Henny, do you have a better look at the lie?
This is workable. Yeah, second cut, looking good.
He played that one beautifully out of the rough. This putt has a length of 15 feet.
Who doesn't love a birdie putt?
John, your green side, what do you see in this putt?
Well, it looks like
Terrible
this one's
read.
going left to right.
The putt goes in, and it's a par to open things up.
Nice, solid opening hole right there.
Here's a look at the leaderboard. Our featured player is in a tie for 7th. Teeing off now on this par 5.
Right, just perfect little drive up the middle. Oh god, that goes right through that tree. That's not gonna work.
Let's see what happens out of this greenside bunker. This putt from 5 feet. Wow, that hole could have been ugly, but a great job with the putter.
That's a really good effort to get it up and down out of that bunker for the birdie. Good job.
And now teeing off on a par 4.
Absolutely tattooed that drive.
Setting up in the greenside rough.
And this just might be good enough to go down.
Here is some action from earlier today.
Let's recap his 4th shot.
Okay, here we are again, back live. He's got this putt for birdie.
Can get caught out here. It's a short putt, but it's moving to the right fast.
After that hole, our featured player is making a move. Here's a look at the tee of the par 4 4th.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
this putt from 4 feet. Our leader has a 2-shot advantage on the field.
The 5th hole, Rich, the first of the par 3s. Much to it?
There is. This green is tiny. It's minuscule. And you have what over to the right-hand side? Oh, yes, the Pacific Ocean. No, thank you. A par 3 here is an excellent score.
Opting for the 5 iron. Our man on the ground, John, he's down there. What's the news?
Hey, Luke. Yes, I'm down here checking out Tom Kim as he gets set for his next shot here on the 11th.
Well, this will be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
A tricky little slider here. Downhill, moving to the left.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
And taking a look at the leaderboard, and Sam Burns currently occupies top spot. The 6th hole here, Rich, at Pebble Beach, is a tale of 2 halves, isn't it? A strong tee shot down the hill towards the ocean, and then the second, the approach shot back up the hill.
There's no doubt about it, Luke. This is just a spectacular par 5. The beauty of it, though, is that you can mess it up in a hurry. This is a very difficult par 5. Don't make any bones about it.
Playing this shot from about
Jesus.
170 yards out.
Elevated green up there, Luke. Going to need to take one extra club here, I believe.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. He's 2 shots back. Well, that's a beautiful bunker shot there. And this putt to move into 2nd spot on the leaderboard, or at least a share of it. That's a fighting effort. Did it in strife, but managed to make a good score regardless.
That's what I'm talking about. Nicely done. Up and down for the birdie out of the bunker.
Time now for a par 3.
This one's left of the green.
That's a missed green.
Well, definitely the wind had to have gotten a hold of that one.
Aww.
Oh, that was so close. He's got this one
Fuck.
for a bogey. All right, John, which way is this putt going to go?
I'm pretty sure this is quite a hard break to the left.
That one drops. As we move on to the next, he drops to 2 under for the tournament. A par 4 here.
Ugly.
Time now for an on-course update. Here's John. Hello, Andrew. I'm down here with Tom
The
Kim.
fuck
as he
is
gets
happening?
Set for his next shot here on the 14th.
I'm just doing so well.
All right, let's get right back out to the action. You think about Tom Kim, he burst on the scene at the President's Cup in 2022, and he has just exploded since then.
And he's going to continue to get better each and every week as he gets to know these golf courses and becomes more comfortable with them. He's an extraordinary player.
And the mindset now is to get up and down from here. This one is tracking right at the hole. And just this short one left for par. Quick look at the leaderboard.
But he's
and
7
it's a
under,
two-shot
for
advantage
fuck's
for
sakes.
our leader.
Oh no.
Ooh, boy. Not pretty.
Time to check in with Matt Fitzpatrick from England, standing over this next
I
shot.
don't like that these guys are going 7 under. That's fucking
This
mental.
one will not be easy.
he's going to need an incredible stroke of luck to get this out with any momentum going forward to get it on the green.
Okay, that's going to play. Wouldn't it be nice if this one went down? Okay, Henny, give us a read here.
There's a slope here, and it's going to go right to left on the slope.
4 feet remains.
No
Ooh,
way.
That was close. All right, bogey putt.
Oh my
Way too
fucking
much on
god.
that one. Okay, the putt goes in. Time for the next hole. Now to the par 4 10th. I like the looks of this. This one from a long ways away.
Starting out to the left. Watch this one, though. It's going to come back.
This putt for par.
There is a significant amount of right to left on this putt.
Here's a look at how things stand. It's a one-shot lead.
Well, Rich, we start to head home, but first we've got to head up the hill on this short par 4 11th.
Thankfully, a breather hole after the last few. This is just a 3-wood. Could be a driver up the hill. Second shot, very short, but beware, this green pitches severely from back to front. Watch the spin on your second shot.
No
And he's not hit the mark on that approach.
Yeah, Wynn took that one offline in a hurry. This was his third.
And back to the course with the live action. Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. Good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. We've got Sam Burns in the lead as we head to the next hole. The first of the back 9 par 3s is the 12th.
And this is a mean one, not gonna lie, it's mean. It's right around 185 yards, but the green, once again, very tiny. You come up short in that deep bunker, you're bound to make a 4.
Okay, not the best result, but a chance to get up and down. Standing over his second shot. Was on a good line, and a par putt awaits him. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Now 6 strokes back after that hole. Rich, let's head to the 13th tee at Pebble Beach, shall we? And what's the decision off the tee?
Aim it right, just shy of those bunkers down the right-hand side, and you've got a mid-iron for your second shot back up the hill. Again, a green that pitches severely from back to front as well as right to left.
Scorecard filled with 3s never hurts. Good putt to make this. Well, our man on the ground, John McCarthy, has been giving us some great reads all day. What's this one doing, mate?
This one's going to go pretty hard to the left.
Yeah, just had a little bit too much speed on that putt. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 11 feet from the cup. A big, swinging, sweeping left to righter. Started beautifully.
And take a look at the leaderboard, and Sam Burns currently occupies top spot. As we head to the 14th, I know the 18th gets all the attention here at Pebble Beach, but this is a strong par 5.
Oh, this is a good one. I love this par 5. Just hit it just down the left-hand side. You can't reach the far bunkers down the left. Lay up with a long iron, maybe a fairway wood, but watch out. This third shot gets awfully tricky.
All this rough looks to be lush and thick, doesn't it?
Yes, this is like a big bowl of spinach salad. It's just gnarly in there.
Always think about taking one more club when playing to an elevated green.
nice calculation out of the rough there.
And back to the second hole where this incredible highlight happened.
Second shot here.
Let's return to live play now. Trying to get back to even par with this putt. Ooh. 6 feet remaining to the cup.
A good look at par here.
That putt went a bit long there. And that's a couple of bogeys on the bounce, I'm afraid.
2 bogeys in a row. Never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
This is full send. A tough break there. Just getting into that second cut of rough.
Time for the second shot here at 15. Well, this will be interesting. Will it get there? Okay, green side, and the goal now is to get up and down.
This could go down.
Okay, moving on to the next. And now teeing off on this par 4. Well, they can't all be good. Let's check in with John. He's got more.
Hey guys, we are checking in with Colin Morikawa as he gets set for his next shot here on the 6th.
Here's the second at 16. Not super tight, but a makeable putt. All right, this is tough, but makeable. Putt on the way and looking good early. This putt still tracking nicely. And a tap in as we move on to the next hole. As we take a look at the leaderboard, our leader is up by 1. Let's go over to 17, the par 3. This looks right at the pin. On the green, that's always mission number 1. Okay, John, what do you see with this putt?
Tricky one here. This one's going down the hill as well as moving to the left.
Man, that was close.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
He is moving up the leaderboard as we move on to the next hole. That is an absolute missile. Here's the second at 18. Trying to get down to even par with this putt. Henny, tell us about this putt.
This is outside range for him, 26 feet.
He's hoping this comes back to the right. A 3-foot putt. That's it for today.
It's not good enough.
Well, this one is in the books, Rich. It was a pleasure to be with you.
It was an absolute blast. Great golf all around. Let's see what next week has in store for us.
So that will do it for today. For Rich Beam, Luke Elvey, and our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Andrew Catalan. We'll see you next time.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Nice to be with you again. All the hooting and hollering is done here at the WM Phoenix Open. It's time to find out who wins here at TPC Scottsdale. Hello everyone, I'm Luke Elvey. Thrilled to have you with us here. I've got Rich Ben beside me in the booth, and out on the course as always is Henny Koyak and John McCarthy. And Beamer, before we take in all the action out on the course, just a few thoughts on TPC Scottsdale that has quite a bit of action around it.
You know, look, it's so funny to talk about because, yes, we know what 16 is like. We know what 17 is like. We know all the interesting and fun things that go on around there. But don't kid yourself. This is still a pretty darn good test of golf. I mean, you get some really tough holes, you know, holes 5 through 8 on the front 9 that'll capture your attention. And then you got a couple of ones, 11 through 14 on the back 9 that can come up and bite you. But I tell you what, I know players here, the golf course always in great shape. It's just, you know, you got to keep your mind on the golf and what's inside the ropes instead of outside the ropes, and that's sometimes impossible.
Oh my fucking god.
Swing. Probably be a similar result too. Time for the second shot here on the second hole.
This one's heading towards the cabbage.
He's standing over his third shot. And this one is for his par. And he's down there. You got a read?
Just a smidgen to the right, this one.
And a touch of frustration popping in there as the putt just missed the hole. And in it goes.
Grr.
And he'll drop down the leaderboard after that effort. Well, Rich always loves standing on the tee here at 3. You feel like you can get after this golf hole.
Yeah, you're going to stand on this tee box and it's just full systems go. If you miss the bunker on the left or the rough on the right, it's just going to hit in the middle of that fairway and just roll, baby, roll. Second shot would be pretty simple.
This is bold. Going for it in 2.
Oh, I like the courage here, Rich, getting after this par 5 in 2.
As they should. What a play. Hopefully they'll be rewarded for that play.
So close. A chance for a birdie if this goes down. And that will take him now to even par.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Well, the 4th hole at TPC Scottsdale was the first par 3 on the course, Rich. And you like the look of this, don't you?
I do. It's a benign little par 3 if your distance control is spot on. This green chases away from you just a little bit to make that shot a little tougher.
Going with the 5-iron here. Not a bad play, that one. Well, it's time to head back down to the fairways. John, what's up, mate?
Hey guys, I'm down here checking out Rose Zhang as she gets set for her next shot here on the 18th.
Pisses me off that I go 6 under with a
to
win
move
like
inside
this.
the top 20. Bit quick in the stroke, that looked pulled. Good chance this one, right on 6 feet.
This one is for par.
So no movement on the leaderboard, remaining at even overall. Here we are on the par 4 5th hole, Rich. The tee shot, what do you fancy?
It is sneaky difficult. Just a straightaway hole with that bunker on the right. That is menacing. And even funnier, I've seen a lot of shots miss even further right. And Oscar Bravo.
That one's headed left. This would be a great up and down. That's on the green, but still a fair way away from the flag. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Yeah, this putt's going to just veer off to the right-hand side.
4 feet to the cup. Trailing by 7 after that hole. Well, the visuals on this 6th tee, that really presents most of the challenge here.
Yeah, the 3 bunkers down the left side see a lot of action. Your eyes are just drawn to it, but only the bigger players, the longest players in the game, are able to fly those bunkers.
Wonderfully played, fought against the wind.
And Henny, what's he looking at for this putt?
Yeah, he's been prowling around this one. It's 11 foot out.
Overcooked that one. That was a sensational approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an opportunity was lost. There's few par 3s tougher than this 7th hole at TPC Scottsdale.
I don't think there is one. I mean, you got deep bunker right and to the left-hand side to a green that just seems to repel golf balls time and time again. This is just, it's such a tough shot.
This would be a great up and down from this spot. That's frustrating. And finishing this hole with a tap-in putt. There's a familiar tone about the front 9 par 4s, Rich. A lot of right to left. Here we are at 8. Same sort of tee shot.
And again, you got a couple of bunkers down the left-hand side that your eyes are drawn to, even though your eyes need to be drawn out to the right at that tree. Tons of space out to the right. Those bunkers, those are no good.
Okay, time to return to the action. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Our wind's just going to knock the ball down. It's straight at the back. What a shot from the rough. This is gorgeous.
Trying to get to even par with this putt. John, have you got a read on this one? What's it going to do?
It's going to go down the hill, and then it should break left to right.
Just 3 feet to the cup. Now 7 shots behind after that. Rich, the par 4 9th, the visuals off the tee. Take us through it.
Unless they have a perfect number to carry that bunker, I think you see a lot of players just lay back with a 3-wood, widen that fairway out. You're still going to have just a short iron for your second.
From about 100 yards.
Downwind on this shot.
This one looks like it's going left. What an opportunity to make a birdie. It's just about 3 feet away. In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot. All right, we start the inward half here at TPC Scottsdale. It's a shortish 4, but it does require a nice, precise tee shot.
Dogleg pretty good from left to right, Luke, but you got to pick a club that'll find that short grass because this is a birdie hole from the fairway.
That's in the sand.
Four right.
No one likes a plug lie. Really, just getting it out of the bunk is a big deal here. That's on the green, but still a fair way from the hole. An opportunity to make a par here. That's just about 3 feet away.
Yeah, he's looking at a bogey putt here.
Well, here we are on the tee at 11, Rich, and you start to get a little tense on the tee.
When you stand on this tee, you better have a very clear vision of exactly what kind of shot you're going to play out into this fairway, because that water on the left, it's going to distract you a lot.
Sitting at 2 over par. He's back on the surface, happy to have the flat stick in hand. Oh, a lovely opportunity to save par here. That one went a fair bit distance by the hole. Back-to-back bogeys is never nice, but in she goes.
And making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Okay, that'll work. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 21 feet from the cup.
Let's come off the blade beautifully. This is on the tracks. Now 8 shots back after that hole. Reach the 13th as a par 5. Yes, more room if you lay it back, but you want to get after it so you can try and get on this green too.
Most definitely. Even if you find the fairway bunker down the left-hand side, there's a 50-50 chance you might be able to get it on from there, but you got to avoid the water on the right-hand side. That's just a massive, massive no-no.
That swing looked a little jerky from where I'm sitting. This next shot coming up from the sand. This one looks to be bunker bound, Rich. Not good. Here is his 4th. Well, that's step 1 complete. Out of the sand, but now faced with a very big putt. John, what's the line on this putt?
This one pretty much looks like it's going right to left.
Putting for bogey. And he'll drop to 3 over for the event.
Unfortunately, backing up slowly but surely on that leaderboard, Luke.
That was a little untidy, wasn't it? Well, it's time for another Max Homer highlight. Let's take a look, shall we? Time for the second shot at the 14th.
Always got to give it a bit extra out the rough.
All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. A sigh of relief. Happy to be putting again. A par putt awaits. He'll be disappointed with that one. That was a pushed putt. Just a 4-footer remaining. Down it goes, but that's back-to-back bogeys. Time to lift.
2 bogeys in a row. Never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively. That one's right out of the top drawer.
Well, I don't know about you, Rich, but I love this 15th hole at TPC Scottsdale. Everyone's already focused on getting into the stadium hole. But this one here, wow, what a shot you got in front of you.
Your caddy is sitting there. Well, how do you feel, Pro, about hitting your long irons or fairway wood? He knows probably more than you do. You want to go for it. The best players in the game are excellent with their long irons and fairway woods. But listen, if you're not, lay up and wedge it close with your 3rd shot. 6 and 7s come by going for it in 2.
Always nice to have a birdie putt. And with that putt, he's bounced back immediately from his previous drop shot. Solid play finds that player moving up the leaderboard after that hole. Going with the 8-iron here. This will be a great up and down. And that's safely on the surface. This putt for par here. Feet coming up to the cup. And after that, he'll drop to 4 over.
What a terrible fucking round of golf.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke.
So
never
mad.
a good thing.
Well, that was a boss move off that tee. Found the green in 1 shot.
Looking to push their way up the leaderboard. An eagle opportunity upcoming on this par 4.
Ooh. This putt coming up is for birdie. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. Well, we've come to the last here at TPC Scottsdale, but there's still some work to be done.
There's a lot of work to be done. Finding it in the middle of this fairway is not one easy task, even for the longest hitters. That bunker down the left-hand side, the church pews, that sees a lot of action. So the other 2 up there. This is really a hole that you got to thread it out there with either a 3-wood or driver, but it's pretty much one of the most underrated, difficult driving holes on the golf course.
Just a little off with the accuracy there, unable to find the green.
Hard to control the distance when you're coming out of the rough.
This putt for a final score of 75. Gets that one to go down, and that'll end the day's work. And as this event comes to an end, I'm pretty sure this player will be rueing some poor mistakes.
Not stellar by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, it was quite pitiful, to be fair.
Well, that was a thrilling day, and on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for your company. We look forward to the next time you join us.